we left our campsite and have just crossed the border into Maine. It's about 7:50 in the morning, and we are headed to Acadia, which is about 4 hours left of driving, give or so, depending on where we decide to go. But the drive here has been absolutely gorgeous this morning. I mean, there's colors. The colors are like primo. So we're super stoked to be able to like get into Acadia, and hopefully this will have the same colors there as it is right here, because it will be absolutely amazing.
We just got to Acadia. We're about to go do a little hike. It's supposed to be like super simple, but we need to get out, stretch the legs, work out all the kinks from yesterday because we're pretty sore. But yeah, so we're here, super excited about it, and the colors look like they are on point. We went and hiked for a bit. It wasn't even really a hike. We kind of just like walked around and kind of meandered through this cool little section of forest. Snagged a couple of photos. Everyone got to stretch their legs, Gabby included, which is really cool because Acadia is one of the only dog-friendly national parks. And I originally thought that we were gonna have to like keep her cooped up and just like walk her every now and then. But it's awesome, she's allowed to go. Most places where there's a couple of trails that are like too dangerous for dogs to go on, but they're pretty short and sweet, so we'll hit those without her. But tonight, we are staying in the luxurious Walmart parking lot. And guess what's for dinner? We found this pizza like right when we walked through the door, so that's what's for dinner. We're about to get to cooking that, and we also bought some foam, which is on our bed. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I got that so we can block out our little half window over here, and then we'll be completely murdered out on the inside. That way, hopefully no light comes in and we can actually sleep halfway decent here. At least that's the plan.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
I've heard horrible stories about Walmart parking lots. It's just really noisy, and there's a lot of traffic that's going through, so we'll see.
Loud music, people flooring it.
Parties at Walmart.
I'm just kidding. That's probably only where we're from. You know, just eating some pizza. Dude. Our oven cooks the bottom like freaking crazy, man. Look at this. The whole bottom of the pizza was almost like this. We've never had a gas oven before. Apparently they go ham on the bottom. Maybe we'll eventually figure out how to mitigate this issue. But for now, it's burnt pizza. What's going on, everyone? It's a new day in Acadia, and man, this place is wild. And not in a good way. Like, no. There's nowhere to park here. All of the parking spots are filled. A lot of the parking areas are like 5-10 spaces, so it's like can't fit our big van in there even if we wanted to.
Thousands of people are here.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. They really need to figure out the parking situation here, but we parked at the very last spot, literally right next to the entrance.
Yeah, we just lucked up and got that spot. When someone was leaving when we come out, that was like the third round, I think, through all the different parking lots like in this immediate area, which are only 1, 2, 3, 4 and 2 mile span.
Yeah, we've literally been trying to park for like the past hour. We finally found somewhere, and this parking spot's actually adding like 2 miles onto the hike that we planned on doing. Just bonkers, man. So crazy. Never had this experience before.
And
don't really want it again.
Or a park, sorry.
Hopefully you can hear this over the waves and the wind, but this and this are the 2 mountains that we'll be hiking today. But like we said, we're having to hike like an extra 2 miles just to even do these hikes, just because of the limited parking. But enough complaining about the parking situation. Let's get to it.
But, hold up. Those waves that you just saw is from a pond, not the ocean.
Yeah.
How windy it is right now.
Yeah.
That's usually like still.
Yeah,
current.
it's windy as heck, and we are definitely on the wrong side to be blocked by the wind. I actually went out the other side like a day or two ago. It's getting pretty dark just to like walk Gabby, but there's nothing like this, and there's no wind like this either. But it's not too surprising because last night it was super windy, dumped rain, blew in. We thought our fans were gonna blow off our roof. It was so windy. It's just like we actually had to close them down because the wind was so loud we couldn't even go to sleep. We're finally at the trailhead and starting our ascent now, and we're hiking both of the bubbles, both the north and south bubble. Oh. And I think we're going up the more steep route just based off where we had to approach from, but we're not too sure yet. If it gets too crazy, might come down and reroute just because we have Gabby with us. Right now we're just working our way up through this little boulder field. Kind of reminds me of hiking in Colorado. It's just like all these loose boulders all over the place. We are almost to the top. We have Jordan's Pond right behind us and the Atlantic Ocean behind that. Probably never heard of it, but we are almost there and the views are already spectacular.
All right guys, so now we're on the north bubble section. Before we were on the south bubble, and this one's actually supposed to be easier, but today it's like real wet because it was raining earlier, and the trail is like super wet and super slick. So this one's actually a little bit more difficult. So we're at the top of North Bubble and we're just kind of hanging out and eating snacks, trail snacks. There's even a snack for Gabby. And snacks for us. Sour gummies, one of our favorites.
We just made it down this steep section and are hiking by the lake again. Headed back to the van, go make some dinner, and then nestle in somewhere for the evening. Just got back to the van. We're about to start marinating some veggies and we'll let those marinate on our way back to the glorious Walmart parking lot where we'll be staying for the night. In the meantime, I'm going to hop up under the van and put that plug that I was just holding into our gray water tank because our electronic ball valve is staying open for some reason, and we didn't want to like take a shower or anything, like use our sink and let it the gray water just drain out onto the ground. Didn't think that was very responsible, so what I'm going to be doing is just putting that in temporarily, and then I can pop it out whenever we find somewhere that's appropriate to dump it. But that's kind of a pain in the butt, and that's why we had an electronic ball valve to begin with, but for whatever reason it's malfunctioning. I don't know if it's it or us or what, but supposedly when you turn the switch off, it's supposed to like take power away from it and close the ball valve, but we unhooked it and everything and it most definitely doesn't have power now and it's still open. So not really sure what's up with that. Hopefully we'll figure that out in the coming weeks because we're about to head back home in the next 7 to 10 days-ish, so we might go ahead and just order another one and it'll be there when we arrive, so that way we don't have to like hang out for terribly long time.
Bad news.
What?
We didn't print the recipe.
Where are the recipes?
It's on Pinterest, internet-based.
So we're not marinating any veggies. And I guess I'm just going to do this anyway, and then we're going to head back and get some service because we don't have the recipe with us. She's in the kitchen, whipping it up. Tofu tacos, it's what's for dinner. Here's a van life hack for you. Looks like tofu. It's really a tortilla warmer. Also, we still don't have any plates for the van, so that's another thing we need to do. We've been slacking pretty hard on things that need to be done in the van before we leave. But here we are, we're making it. This is a big boy plate, and hopefully it won't contain anything I spill out of it. Tofu tacos on deck, and Jelaine whipped up a rice bowl. Let us know in the comments, are you guys a rice bowl or a taco? Taco. Team taco. 100%.
No, team rice bowl. You can get all the flavors all in one bite. Yeah.
All right, everyone. We are full of tacos. Well, I am at least, Jelaine.
And rice bowls.
Yeah. And we're actually going to go to sleep a bit early tonight, and we'll be up super early 30 tomorrow to show up to the park early so we can actually get a parking spot for one of the most adventurous, if not the most adventurous hike in the entire park. And we can't wait to take you along with us. So we'll see you in the morning.
All right, guys, we are up. Sun's just rising and we are out on the trail. This is known as the Precipice Trail. It's one of the hardest trails in here. They even have warnings because you kind of are on the side of a cliff, similar to that Beehive Trail, but even more difficult. Like, yeah, lots of exposure, lots of iron rung climbing. They actually don't consider this a hiking trail as well. It's more of a non-technical climbing route. So let's get to it. And to find your way, we go through these little blue trailblazes. You just kind of find the next one right there and find your path accordingly. It's not only rocks you climb on, you climb under them and through them too. It's crazy. This hike is like awesome. I like hiking early in the mornings. One, you beat the crowds, and two, it's just like gets the blood pumping and endorphins going, and you just feel so much better. And doesn't hurt whenever you're hiking and you turn around, kind of pause and look back and get this view. It's just absolutely incredible.
Oh, super sketch. Woo. We're almost to the summit of Mount Champlain on the precipice trail. This has been quite the adventure.
It's actually really fun. Like, I mean, it's close to climbing as you can get without actually climbing. And I mean, I feel pretty safe. There's some few sketchy spots on there that I've slipped. Mainly just because it's been raining the past few days, but. Exactly. Otherwise, I mean, this is a pretty cool trail.
Yeah, it's way cool. Check out the views behind us. But so sick. We were just talking about it would have been cool to be up here for sunrise, but really I think it's better just to come up like once it's daylight and you actually get to see everything. Makes it a little bit more safer and also a little bit more enjoyable because it's all part of the adventure, and I guess that would be quite the adventure in the dark too, but
yeah.
Having a pretty good time right now.
Yeah, definitely.
Mountain back, I think, yeah, right here is Cadillac Mountain, which you have to have a reservation to even go up. And we were just playing around with the 200mm lens. I'm gonna get off of here because it's so windy. But we were just playing around with the 200mm lens, which you can't actually like see the people at 200mm, but when you mess with the manual focus mode, it does an 11 times optical zoom. So I guess you're at like whatever that is, 2200 millimeters, and it looks like there's trees up there, but they're all freaking people. Like, holy cow, dude. It is crazy. They're like, trees are walking around up there. It's so bizarre. And we were actually going to go up to Cadillac Mountain for sunrise one day. Literally the reservations were gone in less than a minute, and for sunrise you can hang out for 2 hours, and just during the daytime you can hang out for, what is it, 30 minutes?
Yeah, you have a 30-minute window to get there.
Yeah, you have a 30-minute window to get there. It's like, dude, what the heck? So that's what everyone tries to do when they come here, but I would, like, if you're not into hanging out with crowds, I would come here for sunrise, or maybe even just after like we did. That way it's nice and like lit up the entire way, and it's a lot safer that way. But there's literally like one other couple up here with us. Oh, and they're gone. So
we have this place to ourselves.
Yeah, we are up here by ourselves, 100%. Yep. It's windy and cold. We're bundled up again. Yeah. Our sweat is starting to cool at a rapid pace.
Immediately when we got up here, we put our jackets on because it's just like, brr.
Yeah. 100%, but the views are worth it, and like there's no one here, so, and the trail is like super adventurous. It was such a good time. Definitely the most adventurous trail we've ever been on, or at least me. Yeah,
I'd agree.
Yeah, but it was awesome. The views are sick, and we are about to head back down to the van.
So on our way down, Ben just taught me, or explained, because I didn't actually do it, the true method of snot rocketing. You suck it up, consolidate it, get it all together, and then blow it out.
That's how you have to do it, man.
Just in case y'all didn't know either, because I wasn't aware.
Otherwise you just blow it all over yourself.
Gross.
Rookie move. It was so windy, my nose was running like crazy up there.
And whatever, to each their own. So we just got done off the trail. We're not technically done. We were walking along the road to get back to our car. However, this trail isn't that bad, but if you're not comfortable with rocks, which Ben and I are super comfortable with on rocks as we rock climb and stuff, but if you're not, this trail could be a little dicey.
And if you're afraid of heights.
Yeah, 100%. Like, we passed some people on the trail that you could tell they weren't as comfortable on rocks, and it made me nervous, so it could definitely be a lot more difficult. So So just plan accordingly. Make sure you have proper shoes, hiking gear, because the rocks are polished but from all the wear and tear. So just make sure you come prepared.
And this is why you show up early. It's only like 9:15 right now, and this place is absolutely slammed to the point where people are literally parking in the road.
Coming out of the parking lot, they're lined all the way up through there, as well as on this side of the road.
We decided to drop in the town of Bar Harbor and grab a couple of eats, and we ended up getting some blueberry pie, lobster mac and cheese, and we were hoping to get a blueberry popover?
A popover with blueberry jam.
A popover with blueberry jam, but the place that we went, they didn't have any available. They said it would be noon, and it's like 10:30 or something like that. So I don't know, we might just hang out for a bit until those are ready, because they're supposedly a staple item in this area.
Which is interesting for them to be a staple item. They're not very, you can't find them anywhere. So like we walked up and down like Main Street trying to find like different cafes and stuff, popovers, and that's the only place we saw. So there's another place, Jordan Pond Restaurant, that supposedly they're famous for, but that's all the way back in Acadia, and we were outside of Acadia because we didn't have any service to even search before we found that, so we settled on to try to find them in here in Bar Harbor, but no luck yet.
We even considered getting like a lobster roll, but it said it was chilled lobster, and to me, cold lobster just doesn't sound very appetizing. Here is the lobster mac and cheese that we paid a small fortune for. We only had to sell off one of our kidneys each. But pretty excited to try this out, honestly.
Hopefully. It is pretty good.
Well, the mac and cheese was a success. It was good, but honestly, I don't think it was worth what we paid for it. I think we paid like $20. It might be worth like $8 or $10. But that's just me. I'm a cheapskate, but I was like, oh, win in Maine, get some lobster. It was okay. I'm not like a huge lobster fan though, so found that out. Thought I liked it more, but you know, it is what it is. But I am super excited about this blueberry pie.
Just going in the middle. So much better than the lobster mac and cheese.
So the blueberry pie was a success. Jelaine's like, do you want to eat it now? And I was like, yeah, I'll have a bite right now. I don't know about eating the whole thing. The whole thing is gone. It's like, boom. 3 bites later. No, not really. It was a lot more than that, but it was like so good. The elusive popover in its natural habitat.
And blueberry jam. Apparently Maine's known for blueberries around here, because there's blueberries stuff everywhere. Ice cream, tea, coffee, anything you can name, there's blueberry here up in Bar Harbor.
Dude, I want some blueberry ice cream.
All the places are closed. I was gonna get some.
Whack. Anyway, found the popovers. They're ready. We waited around on them. We didn't have anything else to do, so now it's time to... Oh my gosh, they only gave you that little bit of jelly?
I know.
The thing is massive, dude.
I know. We should have saved our blueberry pie innards.
Ooh, that would have been a good idea.
Yeah.
Anyway, now for the popover. It puts the blueberry on its skin.
I don't really know.
Yeah, if it goes like that, I guess that is enough. Thoughts?
That's pretty good.
Yeah?
I like it.
Nice.
Yeah. But the jam is legit. Alright, that's it for Maine for us, and we're heading back south. We hope you enjoyed Acadia as much as we did, and we'll catch you on the next one.